All right. What we doing, Chase?
Filling up the radiator. What are you doing?
The who?
The radiator.
The who? Good deal, man.
What have you been doing? Because it doesn't seem like you've done anything.
Man, I've been busy.
Doing what?
I done an air cleaner.
Like
I done a trailer. I done shocks. And what you did? Radiator.
Made a mess.
Yeah, I know. So why are you doing that?
Doing what?
Why are you putting a new radiator in?
So that we don't run hot.
All right. What's next on the agenda?
I don't know, man.
All right, 10-4. Mike Drury signing out.
Over and out. Welcome back, everybody. We're at the Gross family compound. We're going to be doing our maintenance here for the week. We're going to finish all of our maintenance up, and then we're going to leave here. If we can find somewhere Thursday night to race, we're going to race Thursday night. If not, we'll run Friday night Farmer City, Saturday at Charleston, Illinois Speedway, and then Sunday Kokomo, and Monday if we can find somewhere. And then the following week, if we have anything, we're going to go run some USRA stuff with our other car in the Midwest. So anyways, we're excited. We had a great weekend. We can't thank all the sponsors on the side of the car. We're going to be doing a lot of maintenance that we'll take y'all along for. So here we go. So that fancy air sucker pump thing, Kabobber, that I got at Napa is at the house. So we had to get this. It's like a crystal ball or something crazy from AutoZone.
Crystal ball.
Yeah. So it looks like it does a trick when it's got the right operator. It's not bad.
Oh, she's flowing. There.
Again, spots open.
Big shoes to fill.
Nobody can replace Mike Lowry. What you doing under there, man?
Oh, checking bar angles, stuff.
That's what it looks like he's doing, huh, Rock? Yeah.
Checking the pinion angle. Changing the gear.
So he's checking the pinion angle, changing the gear, and the bar angles, all from the left rear. Never mind, we can't get rid of him. He's got it figured out. Yeah. He's a stud with a wrench. Rock and I just jerked the radiator out of this thing. Somebody missed a few spots on the wash job. Not going to name any names, but Mike Drury.
In charge of that. I'm gonna take up for him on that.
I'm getting double teamed. I gotta go.
I wasn't bringing all that in here.
Is that pipe done?
3
Sure is. I didn't see that one. Mike, what you working on down here, buddy?
Crisscross applesauce shocks.
Man, it must be hard because you got your shoes off.
Yeah.
So Rocky and I are working on Project Radiator. We're fixing to put the fitting right here. Yeah, again.
This is only what, the
Third time. Fourth time if you count putting it in at home. So anyways, hopefully we don't have this problem again. So alright, so we've been out here washing tires. I think we used like 12, 14 tires this weekend. And anyways, we've been using this little spinning deal to wash our tires, and it has worked out really, really nice. It keeps you from using a bunch of soap up when you're spraying them, and it also makes it a lot easier to clean the tire from one area. So super happy with this product. We'll show y'all how it works, and anyways, if you would like to get one of these products, we'll leave it in the description below. Just like that. Get you one. What are you doing?
Trying to scuff these brake pads, courtesy of, well, they're not sponsored, so Chase Holland Racing.
Yeah, yeah.
We ain't gonna call them out.
Thank you to my sponsors. Why didn't you do it in the rocks?
Well, you tell me. So what you want to do here is figure 8. If you do it like this, it ain't gonna be good. That's all I know. So you know?
It doesn't look like you're doing
Yeah, we
anything.
probably should go to their driveway where it's a little flatter. What you think?
Yeah, that ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
We might have to take them to town, man.
That was a dumb idea. Sometimes
Looks pretty smooth.
Sometimes you can do them on here, but on a hot day like this, you don't want to.
You don't want to.
Next time.
Is that what happened to the other side of my hood?
Yeah, that was a cool day.
All right, so Rocky is finishing our front end maintenance. Mikey pulled our ball joints apart, did all of that. Mikey is playing games. And earlier we put a shaker screen in that we got from Menards. We don't have a Menards, thankfully, in Mississippi, or I'd be broke. But anyways, our fellow Minnesota Dirtians, Billy, told us about that. So we got a different kind of shaker screen. I don't know how to describe it. That's the barcode off of it. So get you one. But anyways, worked out. It'll be great. So that's the latest.
I'll make sure of it.
And Haley's been a handful all day. We know.
What's going on, everybody? What's up, Avery? So where are we?
Mark Twain Campground, Hannibal, Missouri.
Correct. Pretty cool place. If y'all recognize this place, we have been here before with the whole family back when we were coming from Fairbury to Humboldt in 81 last year. We dropped in here to swap our car over from a UMP car into a US MTS style car and did the work right over there under them trees. Really cool place. We were trying to get to Farmington area where Chase and them are, or I was actually stopping in Peevely. I had found a campground and I was on the phone with your mom, and when we crossed over from Illinois into Missouri and saw Hannibal, I was like, wow, we like this place. Got really nowhere else to be, so we dropped in, stayed here yesterday evening, and been here all day today making videos and everything, and having a good time. But I'm kind of stir crazy. We got to find something to do tomorrow. I think we're gonna go into town and look at the town and stuff around here. Real cool little town. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here for a minute and just talk about the weekend, the new little tour that we're doing, so to speak, if you want to call it that, the traveling racing. We went to Indiana for the first time ever in Indiana, and had a good showing, I feel like, Saturday night at Lincoln Park Speedway, and met a lot of new fans and a lot of new racers, and it was really good time, and I felt like we did pretty good. And by the end of the night, you know, Chase has a good racing with several guys, but the 28 car, I forget his name, Deckard in the 28 car.
Jeff.
Is it Jeff Deckard?
Believe.
Yeah. Really nice guy, came over and met us and everything. Race Chase clean, and we always appreciate that no matter where we are. But and that's the way we try to race too. I know Chase had a hiccup in the beginning of that race, and that kind of, he felt bad about it because it jumped some cars, and that was his fault. But that's part of racing, you know. It happens. We've been on the other end of that too, so it's just part of it. But after the race, we got outran by Derek Losh, the 21 car. We heard all about how good he was, and he's as good as everybody said he was. He's like undefeated there. I don't know how many races he's won, but it's been a bunch. And he put another notch in his belt there Saturday night. And when it was time for him to go, he went. And the dude is fast. And you know, some's commenting on our videos, and I don't even know if they're locals to that track or if they're just talking, but I saw people saying he's illegal and all that. I don't think that at all. I think the guy knows what he's got, and he's got a really good package. He does his homework, and he's a jam up driver, and you know, I don't want to take nothing from him by somebody that don't even know him saying he's illegal, because I felt like he's, you know, just a good racer, and he deserves what he does. And congrats to him on that. He ended up being a great guy. Chase wanted to go meet him after the race, and we went over and, you know, met him for the first time and everything. And you know, that's just respectful. That's what I want to go do, is go around these tracks and race against, you know, who their best are. And I think that's going to make Chase a better racer in the long run. So then Sunday we headed back over into Illinois, went to Quincy, Illinois, to Adams County, Illinois Speedway, and Kenny Wallace was there, the Herminator, and that was exciting in itself, you know, because Kenny's he put modified racing on the map, so to speak, in this area, you know, and I've always respected him, and I watch his videos and you know, appreciate the things he has to say and what he does for racing. So to get to race against him was pretty cool. And we were pitting by a guy that was actually from the area where we was Saturday night, but he was over Sunday racing in Illinois. So that would have been his home track where we were Saturday night, but here he was Sunday over there. He didn't race Saturday night, and that's Zeke was his name. I forget his last name already. Zeke McKenzie. Man, I'm terrible with names, but we were pitting by him. Ended up being a super cool dude, and he goes out and sets fast time. And what's funny about that, Chase walked over to him. You know, we're new to these UMP rules and everything. I say new, we've been doing it a while, but we don't do it often, so we don't really know the ins and outs. And Chase went over and asked him about tires, you know, are you gonna put a new set on for qualifying? And he was like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, looking him in the eye, just being real, he was like, I feel like I'm better on used tires. I would never, you know, go out on brand new tires. And Chase is like, okay. Well, Chase did what he normally does right before he went out for qualifying, gets Mikey, and they put brand new tires on the car. And I'm sitting here going, what are we doing? And Rocky's like, wants to change the tires. I'm like, okay, let's change the tires. So we put tires on. We go 10th fastest out of 23, 21 cars, whatever.
Chase is in the infield looking at us,
yeah, like this or that, you know, and we're like,
he's holding up a 5. Yeah. He thinks he set the world on fire.
He was 5th fastest when he first went, but by the time everybody else finished, you know, we were 10th.
Looked good, but his tires
he had no traction. He couldn't even get the RPMs up because he was having to baby the car because he wasn't hooked up. He was just spinning. Anyway, he thought he set a fast lap, so he was really disappointed. Lesson learned. So we get back over there, and I told him, I said, you think maybe it was them tires? I guess it could have been. So we're standing there talking, and we go and do our heat race. Had a good run. We started 4th, I believe, and finished 3rd in our heat. And the guy, Zeke McKenzie, there beside us, he had set fast time. So he won his heat race, I believe, but he had some broke stuff. Somebody got a little rough with him. They got tangled up, tore up enough stuff that he wasn't going to make the A-main. So me and Chase were talking to him, and Chase offered him some parts, and he was like, man, I got so much tore up. I can't, you know, I don't want to take a chance of not having everything right. So he left it at that, but he threw some advice at Chase right there, and that was pretty cool because this guy doesn't know us or anything, and he just told Chase, he said, I see what your problem is. He said, I seen where you're struggling, and he gave Chase a little advice on what he thought would fix it. So me and Chase did some tuning after, you know, getting that from him, and it seemed to work really good. And I told Chase that's why we're doing what we're doing, to meet different people, and you know, just like that guy didn't have to help us, but this was a track that he runs all the time, and he gave us some advice, and we went with it, and it was good advice, and I appreciate that. And Chase went on to start 7th in the feature and ended up passing for 3rd on the last lap when he passed Kenny Wallace, and that was cool. That was exciting for all of us. And then he wanted to go meet Kenny after the race, so we go over and we meet Kenny because we know who Kenny is, but we had never met him personally. Adrian met him at Tri-County a while back with Ruby, but we never got to meet him, Tri-City. And anyway, Kenny is he's a very interesting person. He was really great with us, and you know, to see Chase interact with him, Chase walked up and met him, and we met him through his crew guy, and Kenny was telling Chase that, well, actually, when Chase first met him, he didn't realize, he just thought Chase was somebody that just wanted to meet him, and he asked Chase, he said, what car do you drive? And Chase said the 45, and he was like, whoa, and he shook Chase's hand again. He said, son, you are a good driver. You're a good race car driver. So that was pretty funny, and they talked a little bit, and he told Chase that Chase surprised him. He said, I heard you, but he said, I wasn't expecting you. He said, I was struggling with my car a little bit, and he said, you surprised me. So I thought that was pretty neat. Like I said, Kenny just had some words of wisdom for Chase, asked him, you know, how old he was, where he was from, and I asked Kenny, you know, for if he could go back and you know, have an opportunity like Chase has got in front of him right here, you know, could he give him some advice, and Kenny did, and that was pretty cool. So I think it's some stuff that'll stick with Chase, and I'd like to just see where he goes with it. You know, it'll be real interesting to see what the future holds. But we're traveling up and down the road, meeting some really cool people, and having a good time. And I think that's one thing that we can all agree on, is even though we're missing Adrian and Ruby, so we don't have our other half here with us, we did have
two
fun.
Races
They were fun. They were fun. So the stress and I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just the expectation, the scheduling of it. It's so demanding, and then we actually just cut up and had a good time, and it showed in our results and everything. So really good stuff. But Chase and them are in Farmington at Gary Gross and Haley Gross's house, and they're maintenance in the car, and I don't know what me and you's gonna do. I'm homesick. I'm ready to go home, but we're gonna make it through this weekend. So we've got a pretty awesome schedule lined up. If we stick with what we're planning on doing, it's 3 more tracks, 2 of them that we've never been to, 1 that we love, and it ought to be a good time. So we'll let y'all know more about where we're heading soon. Later.
All right, what's going on, everybody? So today is Wednesday. We got our radiator in, got our front end put back together. I've got the right rear pulled apart, fixing to finish my maintenance up on it. Do the left rear, do our pull bar maintenance, and then we've got just some little things like change the brake fluid, and just small stuff, change the oil in the engine, and then we'll be ready to go. What you doing, man?
Oh, just tired of work. Yeah, isn't it?
Man, it was super cool to have a fan come up to you, and
yeah, that was awesome. Shout out to that kid.
I don't even know his name, but he was just he's so excited to come tell you to get it.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yep, really neat. We have some really awesome fans, but anyway, sorry to stop you from your tired work.
I'm done for the day.
So, what you think of Willie's Super Bowl system? Because they just saw the clips of what we reviewing it and what all they have to do to it. So, what's your thoughts?
It's bad to the bone, man. I mean, you're the driver, so you got more of an idea, but
Man, I'm happy with it for sure. So, anyways, Willie's Super Bowl system. Put your carburetor in the center of it and let it eat, huh? Get it.
What's his motto? Run one or
Get it. Yeah, follow one. Run one or follow one. That's right. That's right. Yep.
Diggeroni.
Diggeroni. All right, plow. Alright, so we got our car completely ready, buttoned back up, ready to go again. I would like to personally thank the entire Gross family for allowing us to stay here and do all of our maintenance and for taking care of us and everything else that they do for us. If y'all would, check out their YouTube channel at Gross Family Racing. Great family-oriented channel, but we are fixing to load this thing up and we're gonna run to Farmer City, Illinois and go try to do something in the Mara series.
Take some money.
Take some money. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we are at Farmer City. We just got teched straight out the gate. Came over and busted us on our body. Told us we good for tonight. Don't bring this turd back. Right, Mike?
Basically what he said.
Nah, he was really nice. Come over and looked at it and thanked us for coming, and that's what's up. So we're here to do it. Farmer City, Illinois. Been here for a couple days. They've been here since yesterday. Had to change some tires on the toter home. We ready. Ready to go. All right, here we go. Hot lap qualifying. 3 laps. That sun is right in